The Trump administration said on Friday that it would ask companies to pay $100,000 per year for H-1B worker visas, and the new measure was announced alongside the introduction of a $1 million gold card residency program. Here's more.
The Trump administration said on Friday it would ask companies to pay $100,000 per year for H-1B worker visas.
The country would rather not have to pay $100,000, but they'd rather, how do you do that? You hire Americans. So there's an incentive to hire American. But there may be instances where it's better off doing it through expertise or whatever it may be. But they're both unbelievable, whether it's a gold card or anything else that we talked about today.
Trump's administration believes that this step will not only protect American workers, but it will also ensure that companies hire extraordinary people.
What this proclamation will do is raise the fee that companies pay to sponsor H-1B applicants to $100,000. This will ensure that the people they're bringing in are actually very highly skilled and that they're not replaceable by American workers. So it'll protect American workers, but ensure that companies have a pathway to hire truly extraordinary people and bring them to the United States.
So, what is the H-1B visa? The H-1B program primarily benefits highly skilled foreign professionals working in technology, engineering, healthcare, research, and other specialized fields. H-1B visa is a temporary U.S. work visa that allows companies to hire foreign professionals with specialized skills. The visa is initially granted for 3 years, but can be extended to a maximum of 6 years. The H-1B program offers 65,000 visas annually to employers, bringing in temporary foreign workers in specialized fields, with another 20,000 visas for workers with advanced degrees. Nearly all the visa fees have to be paid by the employers. Trump also signed an executive order on Friday to create a gold card for individuals who can afford to pay $1 million for U.S. permanent residency. Bureau Report, DT India.
Well, India's External Affairs Ministry in a statement has said that this measure is likely to have humanitarian consequences by way of the disruption caused for families. The official spokesperson in a statement said that the government has seen reports related to the proposed restrictions on the US H-1B visa program. The full implications of the measure are being studied by all concerned, including the Indian industry, which has already put out an initial analysis clarifying some perceptions related to the H-1B program. The industry in both India and the US has a stake in innovation and creativity and can be expected to consult on the best path forward. Skilled talent, mobility and exchanges have contributed enormously to technology development, innovation, economic growth, competitiveness and wealth creation in the United States and India. Policymakers will therefore assess recent steps taking into account mutual benefits, which include strong people-to-people ties between the two countries. This measure is likely to have humanitarian consequences by way of the disruption caused for families. Government hopes that these disruptions can be addressed suitably by the US authorities. And Jessica Taneja, our correspondent, has been following the story closely and she joins us now for more. Jessica, explain the humanitarian impact referred to in the External Affairs Ministry's statement.
Well, that refers to the deadline that the United States has now put on the H-1B visa holders either to return to the country, because a lot of employers in the United States are calling their employees back, saying that it would tend to get very difficult after exactly 12:01 a.m. 21st September. Say, for example, a company like Amazon, a report seemed to have suggested that Amazon has informed all its employees that they must not leave the country if they hold H-1B visas. So that is just one aspect of it. But if you look at the Indians, and approximately 70 or more than 70% of the H-1B visa holder are Indian. And if they are outside the country right now, it's nearly impossible for them to make it back according to that deadline, which
Yes.
is 21st September, 12:01 a.m. specifically. So understanding the kind of crisis moment many would be in at this point, especially families as well as students who've been employed just a short time ago, and their employers who would now be feeling very jittery in terms of the cost that has been hiked to now $100,000, which earlier used to range between $2,000 to $5,000, depends on the employability level, whether low-skilled worker or high-skilled or mid-level. So certainly creates a lot of sort of discrepancies and also difficulty for especially Indians and Indians working in tech sector to be affected
Yes.
by this a lot, Mark.
Jessica, also, what are some of the concerns that the industry has about this proposed measure?
What we're picking up right now is that industry, especially the tech companies, you look at Wipro, TCS, as well as Infosys, these companies would then struggle now because they have overseas offices in the United States, and they do send in thousands of their employees, to those offices. And that certainly now gets hampered with this additional, increase in the fees of the H-1B visa. And then Trump and his administration, along with, you saw the Treasury Secretary Howard Lutnick, meet the press and tell them about the details. What is also concerning the industry here is the details and the finality of it, Mark, because even though this deadline has been set, there are a lot of different instructions being given to the Department of Homeland Security on how to implement these new measures. Now, this is not something new that Donald Trump has imposed. You'd recall in 2021, there was a similar rule that was introduced in H-1B visa to limit low-level employees and to ensure that only highly skilled individuals are brought into the United States. But again, the kind of situation that is unfolding right now, it has created uncertainty even for the industry and the employers, and of course for students who've taken hefty loans, especially students who've been studying in US universities. So that makes it a lot more difficult, Mark.
We leave it there. Thank you very much. Jessica Taneja joining us from New Delhi.